Hello and welcome to African Living Abroad. I am Jamhuri and I'm here to share my international experiences, build bridges between cultures with the hope of making the world a better place. I consider myself a social observer, an interpreter of these social events, a commentator and a storyteller. Today, my thoughts are reflecting on the events that have happened until today, October 15th, 2020. And as we have been going through many transitions, these couple of months we have entered autumn, or in Canada, or the Northern Hemisphere, we call it fall also. And today is windy, and it reflects the winds of change that we have been experiencing throughout 2021 and the years before that. And in my previous videos, I talk a lot about transitions in life and how we can recognize them. So if you want to know details about this, please refer to those videos. And so this is since September 22nd, 2021 until December 21st, we consider this autumn. So talking about September, December is going to look very wintry, even though at that time it's still considered autumn. So I'm considering the changes that we've gone through and seeing even how nature plays out and the reflections that we have in our lives are also seen outwardly in nature, if you have been paying attention. And I have really learned the last couple of years more and more that if we want to know what humanity goes, we can go out to nature and see what's happening there, and because it's happening to us at the same time. So I would like to say, really, I'm an indigenous woman, and I think I'm remembering my indigenous ways and the indigenous ways of our ancestors, of my ancestors, because those are the guardians of the earth and of nature. And they have the gift of looking at nature and interpreting the lessons that they see to the people. And it's really right on. And there's a lot of science there. So one day we'll have to talk about how do indigenous people know about these things? Who taught them these things? Because when I started to learn science, I realized that our ancestors that never went to school knew these things before that. So for me, I'm coming out confidently to interpret also what's happening out in nature to the people, to you. And I said in my previous videos also that Mother Nature has been so kind as to allow me to learn her secrets for my personal benefit, but also to share with you, my listeners, or the people who watch me. So this month of October has been a really tough month. Do you feel the heaviness of this month? And I experienced also this week that I'm experiencing a lot of resistance in many ways, even in my prayers, even in my meditation. It's like something is just pushing my prayers away. It is such a heavy month, and I would just say, please hang on in there. This is gonna pass, which we are halfway through, okay? And so this year, until now, every month has brought its own changes, its own challenges. Have you passed those challenges? Have you hang on to hope, to prayer, to faith? It is about hanging on, people. Hanging on, not giving up. Because there is depth in us. Depth. There is that reserve energy that when the tough times come, that rises in you. And no one knows this better than us women, okay? I think my female audience, you know what I'm talking about. We have lots of layers of energy that God has given us, energy reserves. But I believe that it is there for everyone, in everyone. So tap into that energy and hang on, hang on, hang on. Let's see what's gonna unfold. And so I believe that we are being tested. And a test is so that we can be elevated into the next level of life. So the events that have escalated this year, here in Canada, watching the events happen, especially in May, it's not really, the Indigenous people of Canada have said it's not a discovery of the mass graves of children, okay, on the former residential schools. They always knew that they were there. They want us to refer to them as the revelation. I believe that's they want us to say, the revelation. For the rest of the world to see what's been happening. And that is just one thing that has happened in one country. But I believe there's so many levels of revelations of things that have been hidden in the past for us to see. It's the lifting of the veil of things that have for many, many decades been hidden. And those that are going deeper spiritually will resonate with this message. And so here in Canada, after that, and then we had now the Indigenous people kind of like saying enough of the past. We have seen the toppling of statues of the of the leaders of Canada that were in place from the time of colonization in Canada. And they went as far as toppling the statues of Queen Victoria and Queen Elizabeth II. We have seen a lot of things happen. We have seen fires happen all over the world, and in Canada, especially British Columbia. We have experienced extreme heat in summer that we've never experienced before. And then later on in September, we experienced rain and nature bounced back. I experienced flowers in my garden blooming at the end of September, mid-September. At that time, usually in the past years, nothing blooms anymore. It's time to slow down. And nature feels it, that autumn is coming, and slows down. But my flowers were blooming. Other people's flowers were blooming. And dandelions that are usually done end of June were coming back. And I want to say that I saw really a phenomenon, a combination of springtime with the blooming of grass growing. Grass grew like crazy. So a combination of grass, of spring, of summer, of autumn together. I hope that you have been watching this, because this is very, very powerful. So I think that many people have seen a lot of things. And if you haven't seen anything yet, I want to say it's not too late for you. It's not too late for you to open up your eyes, because there are lessons everywhere to be learned, and there is no escaping this. We all have been outed in so many ways, and I feel also that there is new courage being born in us to stand up so that we can step into the next phase of life. And I wish everybody would really, really open their eyes. So this October, we have seen governments also come out like never before and taken out the opposite of what they believed of the Constitution. They have pushed us to the corner. We have seen the pandemic loom around and come back again for the third time, or I don't know what time, being again reenacted. Oh, and I have to say this. We have seen a lot of people protesting worldwide in big cities. And many people may not have seen this, because if you are a person who gets all your news from television, I want to say that was edited out. It was never reported. And I encourage people to please look for alternative media. And YouTube, for example, is a very good place to look, because there are independent reporters on the ground who post things as they happen. So you wonder, why are things being hidden from us? What is the purpose of that? So we've seen also people lose faith in government, lose faith in their health system, or some even gain more faith. We have seen threats happen. We have seen the world go upside down. And I want to say to you, what will you remember this year for? I just want to say, open your eyes and see what's going on. And share your message. You know, and if you're still holding back and resisting your call, please, I want to end with that challenge to say, do your work, understand what you're being called to do, and respond. We need you. The world needs you. All kinds of voices, not just people who speak, but people who are singers, songwriters, artists, dancers. I'm really happy to see that disco is coming back on TV, and these short videos really encourage me. So that is another source. Everybody is getting activated. And so I continue to rely on my godly gifts to speak out, and I will continue to build bridges. I'll continue to understand these things. I have my own personal lessons to learn. And so let us grow together. Let us connect together. And I want to just say that I'm sending you love. I'm sending you healing. I'm sending you courage. And let your spirit rise. Rise up in your spirit. Do not be discouraged. And when you feel like you've been hit down, get up. Get up and walk. Get up and speak. Get up and help heal the world. Do not be left behind. And so, until next time, bye.